Welcome back to episode 46 of Off the Dribble, featuring myself, Aashrith, and my co-host Chetan. It's our first episode since the playoffs started. I know last episode we didn't really get to put out the best promo and stuff. It's been a chaotic past couple weeks for us, but
Yeah.
officially back on track. The best time in basketball is here, and we're gonna give you guys some reactions to the games that have already happened, plus some updated predictions and what we really think is gonna happen now that we've seen game one, and for some series is game two. And I think we just get it started, right? We can
Yep.
just go straight to Pistons versus Knicks.
Yeah. So I think this is probably like one of the better series in the playoffs so far. First game, you saw like the inexperience with the Pistons, in my opinion. Like they played some really good basketball for 3 quarters, and then halfway through, maybe like 2 minutes into the fourth, is when they started going on. The Knicks went on that like little 19-0 run to kind of close it out. But game yesterday, the Pistons kind of went back into the same situation. They were up four with like 4 to 5 minutes left. The Knicks made a run. Brunson did his thing. The Knicks came back, tied the game up, but the Pistons held on. They made some clutch shots. Dennis Schroeder made a clutch three at the end. Those are the kind of reasons why you have those experienced players like Tobias Harris, like Dennis Schroeder, because nine of the Pistons rotational players, it's their first time playing in the playoffs. So like you can kind of see the inexperience in the first game, but having those players like Tobias Harris again, I mean he's been a steady, consistent like bucket getter for them throughout the playoffs. He's averaging 17 or 18 points in the first 2 games, which is exactly kind of what you need from him. Cade's first game, he didn't do too great. He was a little inefficient. Second game, he found ways to get to the line. He found ways to get him going. You saw a little bit more experience. Only thing I think I could see more from him is more of that two-man game with him and Jalen Duren. They were both like the number one like pick and roll duo in the league throughout the league this year. I feel like if he gets back to kind of finding his teammates again, because those double teams are really getting to him. And I mean, you see that with a lot of like first time guards in the playoffs, like those double teams, they get them a lot of really frustrated. Same thing happened with Ant when he first went in the playoffs. But after a game or so, he found his rhythm. He knew what he had to do, and they were able to get the job done. And I think for the Knicks, the biggest thing for me is it's their pick and roll defense, especially with Cat in it. He got exposed a lot of the times in the pick and roll defense. Offensively, he plays pretty well for them, and it's just the fouling with him too. Like you can't get yourself in foul trouble that early. It's the same problem with in Minnesota. I mean, you get yourself in foul trouble, and then you have to bring in Mitchell Robinson for like a solid 10 straight minutes, and that's not really helpful for your team. And the Knicks also don't really have a bench at all, which
Yeah.
like we knew that was coming into the series. We knew that would be a problem, but going back to Detroit 1-1 is basically like the best case scenario you can ask for a young Pistons team. So I think they can win another game in Detroit, and then I have a feeling they'll split the series back in Detroit again. So it'll be 2-2 going back to New York.
I almost might think it might be 3-1 Detroit. And the issues I saw with the Knicks yesterday are the same issues I was saying before the playoffs started, where you have to get so much production from their starting five.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of Maryland's basketball team because their bench is so non-existent. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not even like it's half a lack of Tibbs even wanting to play him,
Yeah.
but like, what is Cameron Payne and Landry Shamet supposed to do in the playoffs? Like,
Exactly.
they just don't have the depth. And Jalen Brunson putting up 37 is amazing and all. And I know, like, he obviously wasn't the problem last night, but it's a lot of like really, really like one-on-one, like watch Jalen Brunson go to work type basketball. And if you're Brunson or if you're Tibbs and you see Cat just standing there in the corner, just over and over again, just not doing anything, like find a way to get him the ball. Cause
Yeah, that's my other
there's
thing. Like, why is Cat spending 75%? Like, I get you're like the arguably one of the best shooting big men of all time, but I don't understand why you're spending 75% of the game on the perimeter. Like, the commentators literally said it. I think it was Mike Breen. He literally said it. He was like, put Cat in the low block and get him a look on the low block, because no one on the Pistons can guard him. Like, realistically speaking, Jalen
like,
Duren is a cone on defense.
yeah.
Isaiah Stewart is too small for Cat, even if you put him in the low block. Isaiah Stewart's 6'9". Like, he's not no 6'11", 250-pound center. So, like, put him in the low block, let him go to work, let him get some foul calls, let him get to the line. But I mean, all he wants to do is play on the perimeter. So that's my problem with him. Like, you're 7 foot, 240 pounds. Like, I get you could shoot, but if your shot's not going in, or if your team's down, like, take advantage of your mismatch.
Yeah. And it's It's that, and they have to get OG some looks too. Like both of
Yeah,
them scoring 10 points,
it's
like
not.
it would be okay for a team like the Thunder we're gonna discuss later
Yeah.
who go 10 or 11 deep, but when your rotation is legitimately 6 people long, like
Hmm.
you can't afford to have two of your best players like barely reach double digits.
Exactly.
Jalen Brunson has become low-key unwatchable at some points. Like, I understand like players like Shea and previously James Harden used to foul bait, but used to foul bait, but like still like get up shots in order to try to get calls. But like this is reaching like the Trey Young territory, bro. Where we're
Hmm.
like just like we're not even playing basketball anymore. We're trying to see like how I can get a foul call. Like late in the game, I think the Knicks were down by 4. It was 94-90. And Jalen Brunson runs down the court with no intention of pulling the three. He just stops and pump fakes.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris bites in the pump fake. He jumps right into him. He gets 3 free throws.
He goes
Like,
forward. Yeah.
like if we're at least like trying to legitimately make the shot, if he meant to pull for the three and he got hacked on it, or like if he knew Tobias was gonna foul him, but at least like put an attempt up that hits the rim, that's fine.
Hmm.
That's a new rule I think we should propose. I think the foul should only be a foul if the shot gets near the basket, bro. Because
I
this
agree
man
with
dead
that.
ass shot it backwards, and we're
Yeah.
giving him 3 free throws. Like,
Like
come on, like what are we doing?
it's also the playoffs too. Like they were letting them play like majority of the game, and they called like two of those on for Brunson. I was like, okay, like you got to call the game like fairly both sides. Come on now. Like
Yeah,
you can't. Thought they got rid of the thing. Like as soon as like you lean forward and it's not like your natural shooting form, like that's when they call an offensive foul. But I guess they forgot that they even made that rule.
but the thing is, when Brunson shoots, he goes forward, so
Yeah, but that's an
he has like the
excessive
foul bait for him, bro.
that's an excessive amount of like going forward. Like he literally jumped like he didn't even jump forward. He just put his body forward. Like that's just overdoing it.
Terrible, bro.
Yeah.
But I think the Pistons get both games only
I
because I
could
don't think the Knicks bench can keep up with their bench.
I could
And I think
100%
Kate's
see
on
that.
something, bro.
Yeah. That's a great take.
But the next series, I don't know if it's gonna end up 3-1 either way. And
Yeah,
this,
dude.
bro,
This
what a
game
game.
this is get I was like literally one of my friends texted me yesterday and he was like, "Yo, should I take Clippers or Nuggets?" I'm like, "Dude, like this series, like don't ask me. Like I can't tell you who's gonna win what game. Like I don't know." And then he was like, "Just pick one." And I was like, "All right, if I had to choose one, like maybe the Nuggets," but I was wrong. Like this is so close of a series. Like even when you watch the game go on, like from start to finish, it's back and forth throughout the whole game. It's not even like one team goes on like a 10-0 run, another team goes on like a 10-0 run. Like it's literally just like the Nuggets score, the Clippers score, the Nuggets score. They go back and forth with each other the whole time. But if you have Kawhi playing the way he's playing right now, I could the series is definitely going to 700% in my eyes. But if Kawhi is playing the way he's playing right now, and then you have Harden too on your team, who's consistently playing like decent. I mean, yesterday he was missing some like floaters that I thought that usually go in, but he still had 18s and 7. But I mean, Harden's had a great game 1. So if you have your two star players playing like this, I could definitely see the Clippers coming out with this, especially because out of all the teams I've seen Jokic play against in his in the first two games, it's not that he struggles against the Clippers. It's that
Wait, he
he
struggled yesterday, bro.
he struggled yesterday. 100. I mean, when you look at him play, he struggled. Yeah, he still ended with a triple double. So like,
He had 7 turnovers.
yeah, he had 7 turnovers. Just anytime he plays Zubac, I mean, like Zubac, I feel like is like the perfect kind of person for him. Like you can't really stop Jokic, you can't really shut him down, but you just got to make him work hard. And Zubac does that. He makes him run because Jokic is pretty good at running the floor. Zubac is also really good at running the floor, so he matches him with that. Matches him with the physicality. Rebounding wise, he can't do what he usually does because Zubac's like a top 5 rebounder in the NBA. I mean, he's also, in my opinion, like top 5 to top 10 in defensive player of the year voting. Like that's arguably that too. So I mean, and throughout his career, Zubac arguably has been like one of the only people that gives Jokic trouble too, and it's working for them. So if they continue to let Jokic kind of be a little bit more uncomfortable in the way he passes and the way he play makes, and just let him like keep scoring, I feel like they'll be good because those 7 turnovers, like that's like a bunch of double teams, but at the same time, their defense is good enough where if they double team him, they can rotate back like very seamlessly, and you saw that happen multiple times during the game the other day.
If I was both teams, I'd be worried on my own, right?
Yeah,
Because if you look at the way Zubac is guarding Jokic, there are two plays today that made me really feel like like Jokic is struggling. And it was one play where I forget the time on the clock, but it was in the fourth quarter. And like the ball was really close to being a shot clock violation. Jokic gets the ball back on the block. He's trying to scream at someone to know what the clock says because he's
Yeah.
like so frazzled he can't see the shot clock. He just turns around and puts a shot up when he had Russ wide open in the rim. That happened. And then yesterday, late game with 20 seconds to go, he uncharacteristically turns the ball over, leads to an easy fast break opportunity. And like also, if Kawhi is playing like at that's like context given, one of the greatest offensive games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Is like take away like 30 seconds in the beginning of the like fourth quarter, and he missed one shot the entire game.
He went 15 for 19, bro.
Yeah. And it's not even like they were easy shots, bro.
He's heavily contested on almost every single mid-range shot that he takes.
He took a third quarter buzzer beater three with like
bro, with three people,
one leg and three defenders around him, and that still went in. That's crazy.
Like the ball was in his hand. He had to move his hands away from Christian Braun and then get the shot off while he was in the air, and it still drained it. Like dude.
So the reason I'd be worried if I was the Clippers is like Kawhi's like unfortunately Kawhi's just not gonna be able to replicate that night in night out because like no human can, and they're getting killed on the glass like every single time, and that shocked me. But to get out rebounded by 18 when you have Zubac on your team is one thing. But one thing that Jake said, our resident Clippers fan, which I'll now agree with, is you can't start three guards when Porter Jr. is on the floor because you have Norman Powell, James Harden, Chris Dunn. Unfortunately, one of them are going to end up in a mismatch because you have Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon to contend with, and like none's going to be on Murray. So when Powell guards Porter Jr., the boards are free. And if Norman Powell isn't making shots as consistently as he was during the first half of the regular season, like you have to start to play Derek Jones Jr. or like somebody.
I would start like I'd probably do Harden, Norm, Kawhi, Derek Jones Jr. and Zubac.
The reason, like that's what he said as well. But the reason that might not work is like I don't know who would guard Jamal.
That's true.
That Jamal matchups really been working for them.
Yeah,
like he's causing. It's not like Jamal's being locked up or anything, but he's causing havoc, like making things really difficult.
Great perimeter defender, like all in all, yeah.
And he's playing the passing lane so well. Like there's so many plays today where I saw wow, like Kendrick Nunn really influenced the game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is true.
Not Kendrick Nunn.
At that point, you have to take Norm. You have to put Norm and tell him to come off the bench.
He's not gonna like that one, man.
Yeah, he's not gonna like that one. But I mean, that's something that they have to come up with if they want to win the series. But I mean, I think I agree with that because like Michael Porter Jr. should not be getting 50. You can't be allowing him to get 15 rebounds.
Yeah, and it's free for him. Like it's not like he's rebounding over a 6'3" guard.
Again, like he's like 6'10" in his own right. So you gotta have some size on the court and that makes sense. Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, but where do you see the series going now?
I think it's gonna go to 7. I'll take the Nuggets winning in 7 because like you said, like Kawhi dropping 40 points a game, only missing 4 shots, like that's not gonna happen consistently for another 5 games. Like he can't do that. So like I'm gonna take Jokic. I'm gonna take what he does. Again, like they have Jamal still. Jamal played a pretty decent game yesterday. He didn't play bad at all. Aaron Gordon didn't have a great game still. So I'm still taking the Nuggets experience. And if Michael Porter Jr. gets hot from 3 in the series, you never know what could happen at that point too.
Yeah, but just like Kawhi can't, surely Norman Powell, surely James Harden, surely like these players can step up. Zubac gets a little more than 16.
16, yeah.
And the bench, bro, the bench has actually been terrible. Holy,
yeah, they haven't been good.
But I'll slightly take the Clippers because I think I trust Kawhi a little more. But which is crazy to say, he's 3-time MVP. But yeah, like I like Kawhi's player for resume a lot, so I'll take it. But going on to the series, I guess. I mean,
I don't really.
Could you script a better statement game for all the people taking the Lakers,
bro? In the first quarter we were down like 8. I like texted you. I was like, oh yeah, like rough start, but we'll be fine because you saw
the Grizzlies, bro.
Oh yeah. You said Lakers for a second, and I was like, wait, what? Oh yeah, 50-point win. I mean, what else? What else you got to say?
Nah, the reason I said Lakers was all the people picking the Lakers to come out of the West, and like people who haven't watched Thunder basketball, people who maybe didn't tune the league pass this season. If you want to get a glimpse of the team that like we watched 82 games of, like this is the game, bro. Like this is like that second to third quarter push where you see like Jalen Williams, Aaron Wiggins, Caruso, Case and Wallace flying everywhere and turning deflections into steals, like getting out in transition, easy fast break dunk after dunk after dunk after dunk. Like Ja really didn't know like what was going on. Like
Yeah.
essentially the entire game. Jaren Jackson at 4 points. Like we turned Edie into a cone. Like it's unfortunate because it's not going to get better than that. Like today, I think we're still going to win. We'll probably win by like 15-20, which is a 30-point improvement for them. But I don't know. I mean, I kind of wish we didn't have to play the series. I kind of wish it was just like a forfeiture or something. I don't want to see my players get hurt over this nonsense.
I wish you guys played like the Warriors or something, because like Grizzlies Rockets would have been a better series, obviously, than like Thunder Grizzlies, and I feel like Thunder Warriors would have been better too. I mean, you guys are gonna blow them out for 4 games. I think that's just what it's gonna
Bro,
be.
this team was a 2 seed a month ago.
Yeah,
Like what? First they just fire their head coach for no reason, and then like they just become an unserious team in the playoffs. And I'm not, bro. Taylor Jenkins might have said some slurs, bro, or something. Because I don't know, like I don't even understand the reasoning behind all of this.
dude,
Like they just completely tanked their season.
being down by 30 at half is just like insane work.
And now I have to watch 3 more games of this.
Yeah, that's.
It is what it is.
I don't
But
even. They're not gonna steal a game. I don't think a single game's gonna be close. Like,
the only benefit to Thunder is I hope Shea can get going because Shea had a really rough game. The fact that Shea scored 15 points and
15, yeah.
one.
Like,
Come on, man. At some point, John's gonna start fucking doing stuff to like the players, bro. Like, I don't want to see that shit happen.
they should have like a forfeit button, low key, bro.
But
Think
moving
that's
on to
what
this, moving on to this series.
Cavs
I
Heat.
didn't really get a chance to catch this game.
I mean, it was basically what you like thought would happen. Like, it was just kind of just the Cavs. You could just tell they were fully the better team from the start to the finish. Like they opened the game up, the better team. They played the second and third quarter pretty evenly, and then fourth quarter they kind of ran away with it, and then closed the game like the 1 seed. So I mean, I could see the Heat maybe stealing one game because like the Cavs again, like you do have a little bit of young players on your team, so like that experience can maybe cost them to lose a game. So again, like I'll take the Cavs in 5.
Do you think we're disrespecting the Cavs, bro? Because I feel like we wouldn't say like the Heat could steal a game against the Celtics, or the Heat could steal a game against the Thunder, or the Heat could steal a game
I mean,
against even the Lakers.
against the Celtics, I could see them stealing a game because they somehow always end up stealing a game or so against the Celtics. But against like a team like the Thunder, no, like I don't think the Heat are stealing a game. Yeah, in my opinion, like I think the only team like right now it'd probably be the Thunder. Like the only I think would be the team I'd go 4-0 against them.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they could steal a game against the Celtics just based off of just like even though they don't have Jimmy anymore, I just think just pure like history wise, like it'll allow them to at least luckily get one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if they need to do anything in the series anymore, Hero has to show up because like their offense is so predicated on whatever he does. Like Bam really disappointed me this season, but like and he's not gonna be that go-to offensive guy that I thought he'd be. But Hero, on the other hand, like if he gets that 3-point jump shot going, like there's no one on the Cavs gonna really be able to keep pace with him.
Exactly.
Besides maybe Mitchell. So it's like I'll take Hero and a Mitchell versus Hero shootout. So that's the only way that they can even steal a game. But I don't know. I'll still take the Cavs.
It's like if Hero like drops like 35, Bam gives you a solid 20, 25, then you could steal a game. But with 24 from Bam and 21 from Tyler Hero, like it's not going to get you what you need to do.
Yeah. Moving on to the next Eastern Conference series, Celtics Magic.
Again, like this is similar for me. Like the Magic are a good team. They didn't get blown out. I mean,
they got blown out, but like they're up at half.
They were up at half, yeah. But like I could see them stealing a game. Like Paulo played a great game. He had 36 and 11. Franz played a great game, but that's a problem. That's a problem for this team. They don't really have a consistent scorer outside of Franz and Paulo. A lot of their
Yeah.
team is surrounded with like 3-and-D players or very heavily like defensive sided players. You don't have somebody else on the team that could put the ball on the floor, go and get you a bucket when you really need to. They only played Cole Anthony 10 minutes, which is kind of crazy to me. I feel like that's somebody that you should be playing a little bit more in the playoffs because I feel like he has that ability to, like, when your team has like 6-7 seconds left in the shot clock, he can make those contested shots every now and then. So I
He
think
went crazy against the Hawks. He had 26 against the Hawks.
Yeah, they only played him 10 minutes.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but they went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it was like a 12, like a solid like 11-man rotation fully, like not in garbage time. Which I think they should shorten that. They should definitely shorten that because you gotta let your players that you trust to give you like pure bucket scoring. That's what you need against a team like a Celtics. Like at one point, like your defense can only do so much. Like you have already one of the best players in the world in Jason Tatum. Like he's going to be making contested shots no matter how good of a defense you play. Like you have crazy 3-point shooters on that team surrounding the perimeter at all times with Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown. Like you have 3-point shooters everywhere. So like at one point you just gotta, when it comes to it, you gotta go bucket for bucket with them, and you're not going to do that by allowing somebody like Gary Harris play 14 minutes and go 0-0-1. Like those kind of things, like you can't let happen.
No,
But
they got to bench Corey Joseph, bro.
yeah,
Like,
Corey Joseph should not be starting. That's
why is
another.
Corey Joseph out there to pick up fouls? Like,
He's
get
literally
Anthony
also
Black in
starting.
there.
Yeah, put Anthony Black in there. Put Cole Anthony in there. I mean, like, do those, and maybe you'll steal a game. But like, I don't see it going past 5.
Yeah, neither do I. Well, this game was like so confusing.
Yeah, I watched the first half, and then I was just like watching this. I was like scoreboard watching the second half, but like I don't know, bro. Siakam plays great consistently. I mean, you have Giannis playing great consistently, but
It's just the issue of like the Pacers role players are so
much
much
better.
better than the Bucks role players.
The Pacers, low key, might be like a top 5 like deep team in the league. Their bench is pretty good. All like their role players on their starting lineup, they can all give you 20 any given night. Like it's pretty crazy.
They're all like low-key, like besides Hallie and Siakam, like the same skill level, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
like Mathurin, Nembhard, they're all like Turner, like they're all low key, just like they'll give you like that 15 to 17.
yeah. And like I'm sure they're like, oh, Giannis, like take yours. Like if you want to get 36 and 19, you can get 36 and 19. But
Yeah,
like
but like who else on your team is doing
Kyle
anything?
Kuzma is literally just like
0-0-0.
basketball, like so bad. And like Kevin Porter Jr. shouldn't even be in the league. And then you have players like Pat Connaughton who can give you 42 against like a scrub, but can't like do anything against like when it really counts. I don't know, man.
Bobby Portis didn't show up. I
He
mean,
does show up. Dame might come back.
it's crazy when your second best player is AJ Green that night.
For Giannis, bro, get him out of there.
Yeah, even if Dame comes back, like I don't think.
Bro, I'm looking. They're on sweep watch, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Because Dame's not coming back until Game 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last time Giannis won a playoff game, as in he played and the team won, was 2022.
Wow.
So, like, we're gonna start talking some legacy stats soon, bro. Because like 3 years of winning a playoff game,
3 years and 3 sweeps in a row.
it might be a little dicey, bro. Because he was hurt for one of them. He just like and like he
He's
got
gone.
hurt.
He's gone if they don't make it. He's gone if he gets swept, bro.
Yeah, bro. He for sure is gone.
I mean, where you think? That's a conversation for another episode. But
Yeah.
that'll be crazy if Giannis leaves. Every team is gonna try getting him. Obviously.
Yeah, and I wonder what team was 19 first round pick just sitting there with him. Could you imagine?
That'd be that'd be crazy.
That'd be absurd. I hope we don't do that shit. That'd be a little too much.
Yeah, keep the league a little fair, bro, just to make it fun.
I think these last 2 games we can discuss a little bit more because I'm actually these 2 series are actually gonna be pretty hype. But
so
Rays Rockets.
I was watching the game. I mean, dude, first of all, some of the shots Steph hits, dude, it's absolutely absurd. Like fully contested. on the right baseline, fading away with the clock going down to with the shot clock going down to 0. Like that I literally told my friends, I'm like, bro, he doesn't even like, there's no form. He just chucks the ball up and it just goes in.
Bro, he has the
I'm
most
like,
absurd amount of muscle memory ever, bro. Like he knows what everything
literally,
can
bro.
do the court.
It's like he just knows he has to flick his wrist in a certain position, and as long as he does that, the ball's trajectory is gonna put it in the basket.
He's crazy.
It's fucking nuts. But I mean, Jimmy also played really well. That's kind of the Jimmy Butler you see in the playoffs. Draymond had a pretty good game defensively, in my opinion. I think he did like pretty decent on Sengun. Like Sengun did have 26 and 9, but he gave him trouble. Fucking Jalen Green, man. Oh my god.
Yeah,
He
the
had
issue
the
is Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green,
Jalen
bro.
Green. Like,
Holy.
first of all, Fred VanVleet went like 2 for 11 from 3. Was missing open shots consistently. Jalen Green, his game hasn't evolved in 4 years he's been in the league. I've low-key been saying this. I think that he's just like certified shot chucker, and he's only good when his shot goes in, and that's like 40% of the time.
Bro, he'd be nice off the bench, but like
Yeah.
I think his ego is too like it'd be way too like hard for him to accept the fact that he's maybe a bust.
Your leading scorer should not be giving you 7 points in the playoffs. I don't care if it's his first playoff series, first playoff game, whatever. Like, it's Sengun's first playoff series, first playoff game. He still did like decent. Like he had a defensive player of the year candidate on him, and he still dropped 26 and 9. I mean, you can't be dropping 7 points and like expecting your team to win. Again, like Amen Thompson on Steph Curry. Like, I didn't really see the matchup too much. I saw it in the beginning, and then they put Dylan Brooks on Steph. I think they wanted to play him a little bit more physical. I think they should maybe switch it up and let Amen chase him around the court. I think that would.
He's a foul trouble, bro. The Thompson was getting into foul trouble so much.
Even his brother during the Knicks series, they've both been getting into foul trouble. I think that's just first time defenders in the playoffs trying to play a little bit too aggressive. But yeah, you can't really stop Steph. I thought this series could potentially go to 7. I think the Rockets, again, they're just too inexperienced. Their most experienced like player that actually plays for them right now is Dylan Brooks in the playoffs, like technically speaking, or Fred VanVleet,
Steven Adams.
And Steven Adams, yeah. But like, when your best player gives you 7 points, and like, again, I don't trust him to play better in the second game. I could see the Warriors winning this in like, I'll say 6, because like there'll be like a game where Jalen Green drops 30. Again, like Fred VanVleet won't give you 4 points for another like 4 games consistently. So like they could probably steal 2 games, but I don't see it going past 6, because if Steph and Jimmy are both on the same page like this, and Draymond's locked in defensively, then the Warriors definitely know what they're doing.
I'm trying to think, bro, because I picked Rockets in 7 to start, and
honestly speaking, I think the Warriors can pull it out in 5. Like, I think that can happen.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that could very much happen. But like, I'll give the Rockets 2 games.
I'm gonna stick with my prediction.
Rockets in 7.
The issue is like I think they're gonna just put Amen on him, Amen and Steph, and it's gonna make things a little harder. I'm not saying you can't shut him down, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that worries me about the Warriors is they're not able to play big men off the court. Like in the playing game against Edey, they weren't able to play Edey off the court. Like Edey getting in foul trouble is the only reason Edey's played off the court. And now like the biggest difference maker in this game for the Rockets, the reason why it's even close is probably Steven Adams. Like, you get a guy like Steven Adams getting 5
offensive rebounds in like 19 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I think we're going to see a lot more 2 big lineups with Sengun and Steven Adams. And the Warriors can't counter that because you're not going to play Trace Jackson Davis. You're not going to play Quentin Post. And if you play Quentin Post, like, he's not going to do anything against Steven Adams. He's skinny.
Yeah.
And Kevon Looney is not going to do anything. Draymond's too small. And you have to use Draymond on someone else. Because his defense is too valuable to be spending time on Steven Adams.
Yeah.
So that's a matchup I feel like they can exploit. I feel like Fred VanVleet's just not gonna go 2 for 13 again. I hope, and like they gotta think about starting Jabari Smith, bro, because him and Steven Adams are only 2 people on the team that even gave him anything worthwhile. Like Jabari Smith only got 3 shots. He made all of them. He got a couple free throws, got some rebounds. Like, he's actually playing pretty well. And like I don't know, like
He
Dylan
kind of
Brooks.
like he kind of gotten like not taken out of the lineup, but his minutes faded like as like a men like started like playing better and better throughout the season.
Yeah, and that's a former top 3 pick right there that you just have playing bench minutes for you.
Exactly.
And I was really shocked that Tari Eason only got 21 minutes. Like he's
Yeah.
playing shooting 3 for 10s, maybe chill on the minutes, I guess. But
Mhm.
like that's who I thought would try to guard Jimmy Butler
Mhm.
because I didn't think Dylan Brooks could hold his own, which
Yeah.
I think I was right. So I don't know. Like I think there's some adjustments that they can make that the Warriors won't really have an answer to. And I'm trusting Steph and Jimmy to get 30 apiece, but like the rest of the Warriors team is so hot and cold. Like you don't really know what you're gonna get from Pods, Healed, Draymond on offense,
Mhm.
Post. Like all these players are like trash, low key,
Yeah.
except for Draymond. So I don't know. I'll still take the Rockets in 7, but like you said, bro, I could see the Warriors taking this in 5. Steph
Yeah.
gets hot enough. All right, and the series that Chetan's been waiting for.
Yeah. The first game was a huge game for us. I think winning that game gives the team like a lot of confidence that they needed. Like in the first like 4 or 5 minutes of the game or first like quarter, basically we were just like down. We kind of had to like weather like a flurry of Luka points, like kind of what he does. Step back three after step back three. I think he made like three very tough contested step back threes in the first like 5 minutes of the game. So like you saw us down like 8 really early. Then our bench comes in, and then you have Naz Reid that like goes like 7 for 8 from three or 7 for 9 from three. You have Dante that comes in, hits a half court buzzer beater to go off the half, and then you have Jaden McDaniels. Oh my God, it's just the most perfect game that he could have played. It was insane. He went 11 for 13. He missed 2 shots. He only took 3 threes. He went 3 for 3 for them, and they were all wide open corner threes off of ant drives. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, like Timberwolves hit 21 threes in the game, most threes made for them in franchise history in a playoff game." If you look, I saw the stats somewhere. If you look at the threes that we took, I think they said
I know
14 of
second.
14 of them or something were like fully wide open.
No,
Like
it's more, bro.
yeah, at
Like
least like
37 out of your 42 threes you took were either open or wide open.
yeah, and then the other three were still considered like open.
Yeah,
None of them were contested at all.
yeah,
Okay, and then say like we're not making 21 of those. We'll make like 16 or because we're a top 5 shooting 3-point shooting team in the league. Like you can't take that out of consideration. Plus I heard a lot of stuff about Rudy's gonna get played off the court. Rudy's gonna get played off the court. Rudy held his own defensively a lot throughout the game. I mean, getting switched onto Luka, I feel like that's something that Chris Finch can kind of like game plan and schematically kind of help him not do. There was times where he did get switched on to Luka and he got cooked a little bit, but that's gonna happen. But I think for the Lakers side of things, I think their biggest problem is it's guarding Ant. Like Ant didn't have a great game. Like he only had 22 points, but his playmaking in that game was impeccable. He made all the right reads throughout the game. And that's because that's kind of that's the next step that's the next step you kind of want to see Ant take. Like be able to run an offense in the playoffs when you're getting double teamed when the whole defense is surrounding you. And he did that amazing. So I feel like they also don't have, in my opinion, they don't have a point of attack defender that can stay on him consistently. Like you could throw Dorian Finney-Smith at him, like he'll beat him off the dribble. You can throw Vando at him, he'll beat him off the dribble. You put Rui on him, Rui will take a seat on the floor like he did in the first game. Like it's gonna happen every time. LeBron and Luka both can't play defense at all. They're both too slow. So like if Ant goes matchup hunting for like at least like 3 out of 5 of their starters, I mean it's a bucket almost at any given time. So that's a problem for them. And for us, like guarding Luka, like he had 37 points, but if you limit his playmaking like we did, he only ended the game with 1 assist. If you limit his playmaking, I think that helps a lot because that makes his team a lot worse. Like nobody else on the team was able to get anything going because he's not giving them open looks. So like that defense still has to be there, but I don't think game 2 is going to be like another blowout. I think JJ Redick is definitely going to cook something up. LeBron didn't have a great game either in game 1. I don't see LeBron having a bad game 2. He's not going to have 2 bad games in a row. But if we stay locked in, if like we kind of stick to the matchups and stick to like what we were doing, and if especially if Jaden can kind of do what he was doing, I think we'll be straight. And another thing is like Julius Randle, like he didn't have a great game, he didn't have a bad game. He had 6 turnovers, which I mean, those are a lot of the turnovers were like 2 bad passes in the beginning of the quarter, which I think he can limit himself to do. So we could have also played a lot better game at the same time. So it's not that like we played perfect and the Lakers played horribly. Like we could have played so much better too. The Lakers could have also played better. So it's not like, oh, it's a fluke game for the Wolves. Like still like the Lakers are going to win at 5. I think we figured out what we figured out a solid game plan of what we kind of have to follow. And there's some small tweaks that need to be made. But as long as you keep doing what you're doing, I think we can win in 6.
Yeah, I mean, I texted you the day before or like the day of that. Like, I was switching my pick to the Timberwolves.
Yeah,
and like a couple reasons why is like I was really interested to see how Austin Reeves would do in his first playoff game. Or I don't know his first pick. And the first one where he's like a genuine like best third option in the league type player, and like he was terrible. And like I was interested to see how you guys would guard Luka, because the mistake that at least I need to see the Thunder make all the time is we did it against the Mavs, we did it like against the Lakers in the regular season, as we double him so aggressively.
Yeah,
and that guy is like the best double team reader of all time, bro. Like he's gonna pick you apart. He even said in an interview, like, I don't know why teams double me. Like I'm gonna make the right read. My teammates are gonna make the shots. So that's what. So Chris Finch is like, all right, like he said it. Let me just not double him. So I'm just gonna play him single coverage the whole time. He's gonna get his probably, and like, but if I make sure my other defenders stay to their man, he's not gonna get any free assists. So, like, the thing that makes Luka isn't the scoring, because 37 points is great, but 1 assist, like, that's, like, unheard of for Luka. Luka's hovering around 7 to 8 every game for free. But the fact that, like, he's not able to look for Hayes in that role, he's not able to look for Hachimura or Finney Smith on the corners, or that little, like, Reeves, like, short mid-range pass they like to give to like, around the elbows. Like, he's not able to get those looks because you guys are playing him so tightly single coverage. And the last thing I want to see for tonight's game is like if that was just a regular game 1 Luka LeBron, I think both of them have like a combined like below like 300 record in game 1. It's like terrible. So I want to see if that was just like a feel out game, or if like LeBron's really cooked, because LeBron wasn't good.
He low key like he was getting locked up by Julius Randle.
Yeah, not a good look at all.
Not a good look at all, bro. I mean, Julius has bought into the defensive mentality, obviously, but still not an above average defender by any means. Like you should not be getting locked up by Julius Randle.
And before we end, like yes, maybe Naz Reid and Jaden McDaniels won't go 9 for 12 from 3, but like Ant is not going 8 for 20 from the field.
I expect Ant to drop 35 tonight.
Yeah, Ant's getting his this game.
Yeah.
So like I honestly, bro, I really don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, bro. But like I thought this is a great matchup for you guys, and like it's looking nice. I'm not gonna lie. I could really say Timberwolves in 5, but I'm not gonna say
it. I was gonna say it's giving me like Suns flashbacks, but like the Lakers are not as bad as the Suns. At least the Lakers have a confidence.
Nah, bro, the LeBron Luka will drop 40 apiece tonight, and we're gonna.
Yeah, I'll be like, fuck, bro. Lakers in 5. Then I gotta say Lakers in 5 now. It'll be raps after that.
Terrible.
Oh my god, that's crazy. But yeah, I'm excited for the games today. We got it's Bucks Pacers, then Thunder Grizzlies. I mean, you guys can skip Thunder Grizzlies if you want. There's really no reason to, bro. Come on. You want to watch the Thunder? You can watch the Thunder in the second. You can watch the Thunder in the second round, bro. Who do they play in the second round? Either the Clippers or the Nuggets?
Yeah, that'd be a great series.
Oh, that'd be fire. That'd be fire. Yeah. So yeah, tune into the Thunder in the second round, right? They should.
No, they gotta watch the Bucks Pacers on NBA TV because the league is stupid. So you gotta watch Thunder Grizzlies. You're forced to, honestly.
Yeah, you're kind of forced to. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, we'll probably have another episode released for you guys sometime at the end of this week or like the beginning of the weekend. Maybe like some of the series might be over. Just only 2 more games for some teams, so you never know if they'll have a sweep. But yeah, just keep sticking with us, and yeah, we'll follow us on Instagram and YouTube at OffTheDribble Pod, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.